Good morning, America and the world beyond. It's another day and another tea. Today is QuaranTEAtime with Celeste, episode number 74 on Friday, June 5th, 2020. And there are two major things going on in the world that are kind of taking up a lot of our mental bandwidth right now. First of all, we are still dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. So I hope that you, any of you that are still going out and living your lives, I hope that you're still taking necessary precautions for your own health and safety. Secondly, we are in the middle of a great upheaval for the rights for Black Lives Matter and to end police brutality. We're kind of sick of it. We're all fed up. We've been fighting the same fight. We've seen the same kind of riots, the same kind of protests going on for the last 60 years plus. And there are changes that need to be made. So I know that some of you might be dealing with some emotional exhaustion. You might have activist overload, fatigue that can come from putting yourself out there every day. It is emotionally taxing, and even more so for those that are directly affected. People like George Floyd's family, Breonna Taylor's family, their communities. So some people are much more emotionally invested in this because it affects them directly. But I want you to know that I am here for you. I am an entertainer. I am a singer. I am a person of positive energy. And the reason that I do the QuaranTEAtimes is to let you know that it's okay to get up, get ready, face the day, and do what you have to do. And I want to give you the positive energy and the quotes and the inspiration to just go through your day, whatever you need to do. And if that means that you need a you day where you're just home and you just turn off the news, turn off the cell phone, read a good book, or do what you got to do. We all take care of ourselves in a different way. We all have a different level of what we can handle, and that's okay. All right, so today I'm drinking one of my favorite teas since we're still in June, which is National Iced Tea Month. It's also National Pride Month. And of course, I'm always prideful because I'm always a gay woman, right? That always, it doesn't change. And so this is my favorite tea. One of my favorite teas. Okay, I have a lot of favorite teas. Now that I've tried everything, I have a lot of favorite teas, but this has been a long time favorite is Thai iced tea. I got hooked on this at a Vietnamese restaurant years ago, but they put a lot of sugar in it, and it's a very sweet drink with lots of whipped cream and stuff like that. People can put boba in it. I'm not a boba fan, so I don't do that, but the best thing to do is get yourself a box of the tea. If you like Thai iced tea, this is the best brand. It's called Wangderm. It's actually from Thailand. I get it from Cost Plus World Market, or I can get it online. You can find it on Amazon and whatnot. And there's 3 different ways of serving this, at least. My favorite way is the way that's right here on the front of the box, which is to add a little sweetener and then add some half and half and top it off with some ice cubes. It's a very orange drink. It has a very unique flavor compared to other teas, but I think you'll really like it. You should definitely try Thai iced tea. It's a unique flavor. Other ways to serve it are you can add some lime to it. And I don't know, I guess with sweetener or without sweetener, it's just up to you. I use monk fruit sweetener because I don't do sugar. It's a no sugar household here. You can also just have it plain iced with or without sweetener. So that's up to you, but I'd recommend trying some Thai iced tea in your life. Great tea. So let's get into our birthdays and quotes. Today is Friday, June 5th, and in 1934, a journalist by the name of Bill Moyers was born, and I came across his quote, which I think is extremely relevant to what's going on in the world today. He said, "What's right and good does not come naturally. You have to stand up and fight for it as if the cause depends on you, because it does." Let me say that again, because this is such a great quote. And I only do the quotes from the people who it's actually their birthday. So I was really surprised to find this quote amidst the massive amount of people. I didn't recognize a lot of the names, but I thought as a journalist that he might have something interesting to say. And this was in 1934. He was born in 1934. So he was a journalist through the 50s and 60s and probably up to today. Bill Moyers. "What's right and good doesn't come naturally. You have to stand up and fight for it as if the cause depends on you, because it does." Okay? Great quote. Suze Orman, you may have heard of her. She's an author. She does a lot with helping women to plan for their financial futures. She says, a wise woman knows how to summon her courage and do what is right rather than what is easy. So that's a good thing to be aware of, that a lot of this stuff is not easy to do, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it because it's the right thing to do. Nothing that usually is the right thing to do is necessarily the easy thing. She also said, people first, then money, and then things. That's a great, simple quote, but if we can just put people first, that'd be great. Wouldn't it be amazing if we could put people before money? Oh my God, mind blown. Brian McKnight, producer and singer and just an all over musician, he says, when somebody shows up and they believe in you, it makes all the difference. And that is so true. Even if you don't feel like this is your cause or anything that's going on in the world is your cause, just the fact of you showing up and showing support and saying, I may not understand, I may not know what you're going through, I may not be able to relate, but I'm here for you, makes all the difference to the people that are fighting the good fight. It gives them strength. It gives them courage, okay? So if you can just show some solidarity to the causes that you can believe in or can get behind, that would be great. It's also National Gingerbread Day. I love gingerbread, but I haven't had that. Usually around Christmas, you have a little bit of it. It's National Moonshine Day, which happens to be one of the drinks that I sometimes partake in. I actually have I should have brought my little tiny bottle, a little tiny jar. It's like this big of moonshine that I randomly take out of my cabinet and take a sip on once in a while. It's apple pie moonshine. Yeah, most people, I understand, you would have finished it the first sip, but not me, of course not. I don't do well with alcohol. It doesn't sit on me well. It's also National Veggie Burger Day. I know there's plenty of places and times and things to get veggie burgers, but you know what? A lot of that crap is just full of really bad fillers and bad ingredients. You can make delicious homemade veggie burgers. I used to do it when I was a vegan. It's really easy. You just can use beans and vegetables and spices and herbs and seasonings, and lentils are great. There's just so many different ways to make a really good veggie burger. You don't need to get the junky stuff. It's also National Doughnut Day. So if you're going to have a junky veggie burger, you might as well go for the junky donut, okay? So it's Doughnut Day. I'm not a huge donut fan, but every once in a while I get a hankering for like an apple fritter. But I'm more of a pastry. I usually love pastries over donuts, but anyway, so go ahead and patronize your local donut makers. Today is a great day to go and get some donuts. If you're going to a protest, why don't you go pick up like 3 dozen donuts and bring them to the protest? That's a good idea, right? Everyone would be happy to have donuts. They need the sugar for the energy that it takes to walk and protest. So maybe if you're on your way to a protest today, go ahead and go pick up a few dozen donuts for your other friends. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching today's episode of QuaranTEAtime with Celeste on episode number 74. I'll be with you tomorrow, Saturday, June 6th, for the 75th episode. Oh, mind blowing. It's crazy. Keeps going and going. 75 days of QuaranTEAtime with Celeste. I will see you tomorrow. You guys please stay safe, stay healthy. Remember, we're still dealing with COVID. It still hasn't just disappeared overnight. It's still out there. So if you are going to protest, I really recommend wearing a mask if you can. Okay? So thank you guys so much for watching my show, and I will see you tomorrow.